Good evening, everyone. This is SquirrelMan here with my fellow host,
Eddie. You know what's up.
And our co-hosts,
Sandy.
And Ray.
We got a special guest today. We'll let him introduce himself.
Very special.
I don't know who's going to hear that.
Well, I mean, he said very special, but people know me as sexy, so that's basically what I'm going to be known as. So, yes.
Give a shout out.
Well, my little
Sexy?
my little shout out. I mean, I'm more of a, just shout out to everyone over here. Just humble person right here. So whatever.
I too am very humble. I too am extremely humble.
Yeah.
You want to...
My fragrance YouTube channel is Frag Sensuals, like basically a frag sensuals.
You think you could spell that real quick?
It's
No, he can't spell it.
well, probably not. It's FRAG and scent SCEAN Jules.
Man, that's how you spell scent. You are. Yo, get this man out of here, man. He is too drunk right now.
But it's been it's obviously a pleasure to have you on board, man. Like we've been wanting this to happen for a minute.
He spelled consent. He spelled consent in my mind.
So
I think I did misspell the sensuals. SCENT.
So yeah, man. Without further ado, I think we're gonna kick it. Hey, so what brings you on the podcast exactly? Like, what motivated you, or why did you decide to come?
Well, actually, just support your hobbies, man. You guys wanted to do this, even though I have not shit to talk about. But this is just supporting y'all's hobbies, and hopefully I can give y'all some knowledge and wisdom. And some other than that, I'm just here supporting you. I mean, I'm here losing sleep over this, but I mean, even though I'm just trying to give y'all a little feedback about me and about myself, and you guys' support.
This guy's red as fuck right now.
He's racist as fuck.
No, he's red, I said.
I think
He's hippie.
so. We know that you like fragrances. We know that you're in the business of personal fragrances. What brought you to that?
Febreze.
Really like that. Breeze growing up.
Just it became a hobby where, like you say, you go from transition from collecting shoes to collecting guns and stuff like that. It just
to collecting pubes.
I mean, whatever floats your boat. But I mean, it just transitioned to that, and basically I was known to that. So I mean, I started collecting. My transition went from collecting to freaking collecting pure niche. So yeah, I mean, so there is a difference between designer and niche and indie. So I can go over that right now, but I mean, right now it's just basically a small intro. So yeah.
Let's break that down a little bit. So, what is the most expensive fragrance you own?
Retail, like not me paying.
Just face value as you look at it, like, because I don't know the difference between retail or whatever the fuck else you were gonna say.
Even if you got it at a nice price, like, hey, this runs in the store. $300, like some Creed Aventus kind of shit.
Yeah, you know what?
I need that fragrance, bro.
Like
That's exactly what we wanted to know. Thank you, Joe.
This man.
I mean, I sold him his Aventus.
No momento.
Well, I did bought basically face value Aventus and Silver Mountain Water and Creed Aventus, Silver Mountain Water, and then Militia Imperial, the Falcon, which is the 500 mLs. That retail is roughly around 1,400 retail. Obviously, I didn't pay that. I paid around $650 around there for it.
That's pretty fucking pricey, man. Like, I know there's people in the audience that are gonna be like, yeah, $1,400. Yeah, I got that gifted to me once. Yeah, you guys can go fuck yourselves because we live in South Texas, not goddamn LA. Okay.
That was 1,400.
Retail.
So, yeah. Freaking technical difficulties.
I still use the fucking Dawn soap. It's good enough for ducks. It's good enough for me, bro.
I mean,
This-
That's
that
facts.
that zesty stuff that they sell at Walmart.
I have not a lemon and can never fail you, dude. You know, I smell like an Arab sometimes. Oops.
like like straight up like a lemon's asshole.
I smell like a penny every now and then.
That's the biggest thing.
It
Yeah.
mixes with your oils.
Got a bunch of side conversations going on in the house.
That's not the only side thing that there is.
Eddie busted out the Creed Aventus. I just had to try it out real quick.
So, $1,400, and what was that one called?
Creed Aventus, the Falcon. It's a Falcon when
Damn, this is some $1,400 shit right here.
well,
Holy fuck! If you guys could smell this, I would tell you that it smells like a very rich, sexy guy.
I am rich.
It turned me on, honestly.
Yeah, we're
I got an instant hard on. I'm not gonna lie.
as I'm smelling it, I'm getting a sensation in my pants that I haven't felt in fucking years, dog.
It's been years since I've touched a man like that.
3 years to be exact.
It's due to your erectile dysfunction, bro. That's.
Yeah, I gotta get that checked out sometime.
I'm glad this is helping though. Better than some meds.
It's helping, dude. I might start rubbing it in.
that might be a little bit of expensive lube right there, but okay, whatever.
Dude, you can't put a price on my fucking pride, bro.
I'm gonna start mixing that with some cocoa butter and go smell like that's the worst.
So,
On my elbows.
what? We're gonna change topics here real quick. What is an experience in your life that made you decide that, you know, because it's hard to pick a hobby and stick to it, because I have many. What made you, like, what's the little, like, do you have any other hobbies besides fragrances?
Oh man.
That's what I wanted to ask you.
Other than gym, I used to collect shoes. I would love to get into watches, but I feel like that's another rabbit hole that I won't ever come out to. You know, like once you go.
Oh yeah, man, you're gonna go in the hole.
Yeah, more. I wouldn't mind like things like other stuff that I would have the financial. But then again, fragrances for me is probably it from right now. But no, I don't think I really per se collect. I usually try to collect boxing gloves, but it doesn't last.
Used or new?
New,
Okay.
of course.
There's nothing wrong with used boxing gloves, dog.
I mean, if it was like signed from the Xboxer, it would be nice, dude. But I mean, the thing is, like, I never go out to go collect them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you wear gloves when you box up presents? Or how does that work?
Yeah.
What?
Explain that to me.
Like the boxing gloves.
Let's say that guy fought that person.
Like Boxing Day in Canada.
Yeah.
Is that what is that?
Like someone's used boxing gloves that he used for that fight.
I know now. He's talking about the fighting sport,
Oh yeah, that. Oh okay. Oh.
not boxing as in Amazon boxing, but you know, unboxing and boxing. But anyways, so you mentioned the gym, right?
Yes, I did.
We're gonna keep this in the episode. Fuck it. We just traded mics. How long have you been working out at the gym?
I try to be consistent and try to be at least active, even though my physique doesn't show it. But I mean, I just try to, for my mental health, I just go and try to
That's
go.
very important right there.
You said it all, brother.
You don't go to Pizza Planet. I mean, not Pizza Planet. What is that? Planet Fitness. You don't go to that one, do you?
Pizza Planet?
I don't know if you can say hell no, but fuck that gym. Yeah.
No. Okay. I never got the pizza. I went a couple of times. I used to have a membership there almost a year, and I never got pizza once. Something about giving it to those frontline workers or whatever.
They do that shit every Friday, apparently. Pizza Fridays.
But I never got one.
Well, that's not my fault, is it?
Well, I never went on Fridays either.
That was my next
Earlier.
question. Did you ever go on Friday?
So, Mr. Sexy, what is your longest gym streak? Because I know a lot of us struggle with keeping consistency.
I mean, obviously, you have your off days, which is Sundays or something like that. It depends on that person. I try to be at least going to the gym, but I'm gonna say per week, I guess, at least 6 times if I can. On a good day, if I feel like 34. My fatigues and stuff like that, I just get sores and whatever. Try to do at least 8. That'll be a good amount. Like once in the morning, one in the evening, in a good day. But at least 6
So you'll try to go sometimes twice a day,
if I can.
and you'll try to go at least, if possible, 6 days a week.
Yeah,
Dude,
or
that
at least
is
once.
that is near athletic levels, bro. I'm assuming your numbers are high.
Like lifting yourself.
Yes.
Casually, I think. I mean, I'll be.
For 10, how many? How much bench press for 10?
How many of me?
I mean, I did casually with my peak.
For sets.
I did a 245s and a 45. No, 245s and 25. That was like in a good my peak.
That's 275, right?
Yeah, I assume so. Yeah, and then casually, like just for workout, I just 2 plates. It's just casually. But then my legs extensions and all that, I probably maxed it out almost 400 pounds. And my leg press, I probably do 900.
On the leg press, you'll do 900 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Just for one leg.
Damn.
I do that on my middle leg.
Damn.
1,800 pounds for both legs. You hear that? You heard it here first.
We got Ronnie Coleman Jr. in the house with us. We'll be lucky to get out of here alive.
I do that with my third leg every now and then.
God damn. God damn.
God damn.
Is that why you cracked those tiles when you came in the house?
Well, that's what got a freaked up meniscus going on. But I'm recovering. I had to change. Hablando de eso, I need to change my workouts, dude. I need to start doing pre-board workouts, dude. I can't go back full blown because I'm injury prone already, bro. I need to start focusing on just actual movements and stuff like that because I'm fucking up my shit.
Cons of being 40 years old.
You should check out Ito Portal. Also, I'm not gonna let you slide and misspell your condition. It wasn't meniscus. You have meningitis. It's just better. you need to man up to that.
Okay. I mean, goddamn. I'm gonna plead the fifth on that. I don't want to agree to that. So I mean, whatever.
Let's ask you an interesting question. What is your idea on why we're all here? Do you think we have a purpose? Do you think we have a destiny? Do you think we have
Life.
Yeah, what's your outlook on life? Your life philosophy, if you will.
But that was basically 2 different questions you asked me. Basically, you asked me,
Why are we here? Why are we here? No, not why we're here. Like we got called up and yes, we showed up for carne.
I'll ask you in a better way. What is the meaning of life according to you?
oh, shit.
What's your perspective on that?
My purpose.
Not meaning to get deep on you.
Not personal. Oh well, I guess yeah, it can be personal.
I'm trying to outlive my brother.
Why do you think?
I'm trying to outlive my brother. That's my main purpose. After that, I'm just whatever family, if I do have a family or not. But I do have a special ed brother. I don't know if we mentioned it.
That's relevant, yeah.
He's basically my responsibility. He's diagnosed with hydrocephalus. With that hydrocephalus, he got a surgery in the brain. Basically, had a VP shunt, and that VP shunt caused like an infection with the heat. And whenever he was a 7-month preemie, and with that infection, basically was born with migraine with no defenses to protect himself with it.
So his immune system's compromised as fuck.
Yeah, dude. He basically can't really have a normal life. Basically, all his brain cells are burnt. But I mean, he can actually have a full-blown conversation. It just can't really point a conversation, to keep a conversation and try to explain it. But I mean, I'm more of a father figure than my dad is more of his brother per se. I'm the strict one. So, because my purpose is to teach him how to be a person with people.
So you would say you're harder on him than your father is?
Yeah. Got your back.
Don't you think that's normal considering his parents probably don't want to be mean to him?
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. It's very long.
I think it's healthy.
Yeah, I mean, even though our relationship might be, I wish I can have another brother. I wish, like right now, I'm drinking, right? I wish I had that someone I can. Hey, brother, you can call me and pick me up because I don't want to drive home. You know, or someone, someone is fucking like you boys right now. You're having a
Just a disclosure. We are all sleeping over here at the studio, and nobody is driving home under the influence of alcohol.
Mm-hmm. And
I have to put that out there.
Because of legality purposes. Okay, quote unquote.
And because we're actually doing that.
Okay. Sure.
Jesus, the little dildo came out.
Technical difficulties.
Okay, yeah, that's all right. No, I think it's all right for you to be tough on him because I mean you know that you're gonna outlast your parents. So once the baby's gone, how's he gonna take care of himself? I mean, yeah, I understand. Like you can take care of him obviously the rest of his life, but it's good that you're setting him up to be a little bit more independent. I think you're harsher on him because they're not gonna be around as long as hopefully anything can happen, but you know. Statistically, you should outlive your parents, so you'd be the one that's there for him, and you want to have a little bit more of an independent life, I think.
Of course, dude. It's just the main goal right there is just outlive him. If I can outlive him, if I can live my life, because I do put my life justifiable around him, because like even choosing a partner is like. I come with a baggage. It's not like something I can choose someone to come with me. It's like, hey, you meet me and whatever, but you have to also accept him. And let's say hypothetically in the future, let's say, I don't know, 1 year, 2 years from now, or whatever, how long my parents would live. Hypothetically, that boy is going to be my part of my life. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be.
Dude, that's righteous, man. Like that's very honorable, and dare I say, you are the living personal embodiment of "you are your brother's keeper." That phrase.
But what you see, what I think it is that I think you're in the wrong location, maybe because chicks around here, everyone has kids, but they don't even want you to have kids. Like it's really messed up. I think they don't want you to have any baggage, even though everyone has got. I'm not gonna say everyone, but I'd say the gross majority. Like
what Sandy wants to ask is where the fuck are all the good women out there?
Why do they all have kids?
I think I found the one. I found the only one, and she's been with. The day I met her, I knew I was like, I'm gonna marry this chick because she's a good one. But
that's what
yeah. You just gotta not pass them up. It was weird because I thought that she'd be somewhere around the world. I was like, oh, she's probably in Japan, whatever. We went to all those countries. And now she was 2 blocks away from me, like for a good couple of years, for forever. But I think that maybe you just need a change of location because I got to tell you, man, it's hard to find somebody selfless. Then you need to understand. They need to understand, obviously, that it's not baggage. It's like, hey, you're a big part of his life. So, he is a huge part of your life. So, they got to understand that. And if they don't, well. It's probably because they ain't shit. So.
And they have to know that if they really love and care for you, man, that he is the reason why you are who you are today. You wouldn't be yourself right now, El Sexy, speaking to us in the flesh, if it wasn't for your brother to have. Because he's taught you things as much as you have taught him things.
Honestly, with him, since he can't really explain one of the core values of my personality, how I'm able to be perspective of people's body language. Let's say with you, like I'm always trying to figure out what's eating you alive. Like some of y'all like have like hardcore baggage, like the
emotional.
Yeah, some people like even people that serve, you can see like their darkness in y'all, and I'm an empath. I can sense it.
You can see it in me, like outside. Too.
What do you sense in me right now?
Get your goddamn hand away from me.
I can sense it, like you. Take it away. I don't know what exactly you saw, but I can just by me, just the few times that we actually met each other, there is something eating you, but it's just probably more of a psychological thing more than anything. But at least you're coping with it. You don't see. There's some people I can say, oh, that motherfucker is probably a suicidal. And I can sense it. And that was before me, right? There was a $400 me back in the day.
Ooh.
So I know how fat.
Who should we give credit to for your transformation, your journey? Shout out to anybody in particular?
No, it's just I want to say like, hey, I mean, after women treating me, no, it's not that. It's more about me, health, trying to outlive my brother.
Nice.
That was basically my full, like my main goals. Yeah, like health was primarily, obviously, but yeah.
And how old is your brother?
31.
31.
31. Yeah.
And you are?
34. Yeah. 3 years older than him, but yeah.
Is there like a life expectancy for his condition?
Dude, I haven't. When the last time you seen like a special ed kid in the 60s, bro?
I have not.
I've never seen one.
I don't think I have.
So the thing is with me, I always see since I'm so blunt and I see everything in color. I don't see it in black and gray or black. I always see I'm too blunt, so I can't really be optimistic about it. So I know. I can feel it. I can sense it. You'll be ready. They don't really have a long expectancy, man. I'm just hoping it's at least giving me 10 years. I'm hoping, hopefully.
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea.
10 more years?
Yeah, I'll be happy with that. But if he see him struggling, I don't want him to.
And are you looking forward to that, or is that something you're dreading?
Oof. I wish. Honestly, dude, I want her to fucking bust a nut on some women, bro. I don't want him to die fucking a virgin, my guy. You know what I'm saying? If he bust a nut on one girl, man, I'll be happy. Like, hey, come on. You would have died a virgin, bro? At least once, man.
But is that even in his mind, though? Is that in his mind or not?
Does his wee work?
No, it's not about that. Is it in his mind?
You're watching the porn and stuff. And the thing is, like, he doesn't have the capabilities of him trying to have
You mean the social skills?
Yeah, dude. I don't like. Let's say we go to exotic or something.
No.
Let's just go to Boys Town. Sorry, Boys Town. What the fuck?
No, don't go there. Don't go there.
I mean,
what is that?
The Gentleman's Club.
Okay.
And I wouldn't know how he react. Like actually seeing some titties in your face, okay?
Dude. But I've heard some stories that some chicks will like actually see that and they have some soul in them and they're like, damn, like I wanna do something. I'm sure you guys have heard stories like that.
There's
that people
definitely women that have a sense of duty.
Yeah.
In terms of like giving.
It doesn't matter what you're doing.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you could be a stripper and you're like, man, I want to do something for this guy that
They
at
think
least
they're doing some good.
Yeah. Like I mean, you could be doing the worst thing in the world, but if you're doing it for the right reasons, it's.
I think if your brother could just compliment one of them, I'm pretty sure they'd be willing to return the favor 1,000%.
I would just honestly buy him some pussy if I was you.
I mean, I know some friends that probably would do it, dude. It's just the thing is like the thing of having the privilege of allowing it. Because let's say what he tries it.
And he gets
wants,
addicted to it.
More often,
bro,
Bro,
come
just-
on, we're
Why don't you
boys.
just have some threesomes with your boy?
You know,
I only did it one time in my life, and I wouldn't do it again. It's overrated, I think.
ever since,
What do you mean?
He has a child.
what?
We're talking about midget porn.
Oh shit! That escalated quickly.
That's fucked up. But
That'd be fun. Like, you can just pick them up, bro. I didn't say that. You take that off.
the little people,
Yeah, take it off.
I will not. But
Everyone's got those fantasies.
I don't have that fantasy. It was a joke.
Everyone that was
Paper
enlisted, I think, has that one fantasy.
But no, I think that's very righteous, man. I think that's super noble, and I think that your brother's lucky to have you as his older brother,
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
I'm sure he looks up to you as well.
without a fucking doubt.
Also, like people that says that I have a golden ticket to heaven, bro. I do not deserve jack shit. If I don't have, I'm a very humble person. If I deserve it, cool. If I don't give up.
Well, let me ask you: do you believe in heaven?
Now I'm going to religious stuff.
Uncharted territory.
I'm considered a coward is atheist Catholic person, I guess.
Whoa.
Wow, you just made that. You just made that up, man.
Pull that out of your ass, my boy.
Let's just say that if
It's not a gender, bro. You can't just make shit up.
Came at us with the gun of syphilades.
goddamn. Nah,
pronouns.
There are times that I feel like I'm going through some shit.
Let's break it down. You're a coward atheist with a Catholic background.
Yeah.
That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, let's break it down first.
Let's just
Coward
say
atheist. I'm curious.
Yeah,
no,
he's about to give his example.
I think before he explains, I think I know what he means. He was raised Catholic, but I could be completely wrong, but I think that he's scared to be an atheist, even though he's already challenged his own view of what he thinks is actually going to happen, which is that we're here all alone or whatever. But he's scared that, hey, fuck, what if I'm wrong?
let's just say if I'm going through some shit, they say all the bad juju are going through me. They say bad luck and everything. And let's say my mom is going through some shit. Best believe I'm praying for someone to help. Or my brother per se. And it's like, hey, at least help him out. I don't know who's listening. Hopefully it's like someone's listening.
Anybody.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Anybody, just somebody help.
Okay.
Anything. Anyone.
A miracle. If there is such a
If
thing.
there is someone listening, it's like, tírame la esquina con madre, right? But do I think we're the only human beings here? No.
Well, maybe of this, because I do, if you're going to talk about like the only person or whatever, like we talk about, I think I've had this conversation with you just offline. Like I think it's so egotistical of us to think that we're the only things that are capable of intelligent life. If we're even, I don't think we're even on that like level to be
That
called intelligent to some other like race. Like the universe is so big, I think that I don't know. It can't just be all.
So I know what Sexy was referencing. He's saying that when he's in a sticky situation, that he resorts to faith, even if it's for a minute of a little bit of faith in something higher, taking the wheel and making things right. That's what you mean, right?
Yes.
And your willingness to show that you're more than willing to obey whatever it is you need to do to get the situation handled.
Pray and everything, man. Do whatever I need to do just to.
And I think that's a reflex of a bunch of people, like a bunch of people that have their doubts with, reality as it sits. A lot of people, again, who are not diehard, who are not already dead set on the atheist path, they'll be open to whenever a sticky situation comes, like, hey, God, if you exist, can you please help me? I swear I'll go to church for like a year or whatever deals and bargaining tools you have with your God, if you choose to believe in one and you're on the fence about being a theist or an atheist, that's a normal behavior, man. And I'm not one to try to deconvert or convert you to my beliefs or anybody else's, but it's whatever helps you cope mentally with your situation that is best for you. And obviously, if choosing to believe in a higher power, a reason for existence, such as God and heaven and all that good stuff, then by all means, dude, like follow it. You know what I mean? Just let's not lie to ourselves. And like for example, I've already said this before. I'm pretty much an atheist. I'm not agnostic. I don't understand how the universe came to be, and I can't answer that question. But I am atheist. So you won't see me do. Have I before, when I was agnostic, have I bargained with a higher power before, like God? Please, don't let this be this disease or whatever. If a sick family member, please let them heal. If you heal, I'll go to church for you, and I'll be a good follower of your system, whatever that system is, like Catholicism or Christianity. Yeah, I've bargained before, just like how your example. And have things worked out for me? Conveniently, yes, because I'm here able to tell these examples, these stories. But no, dude, that's perfectly acceptable behavior. And I think power to anybody that uses it, the bargaining.
It's like, for me, it's more of a, I don't really go.
Sorry for going on a tangent.
To go every Sunday, stuff like that. But I at least try to, whatever they taught me, the right or wrongs, and whatever you think it's morally correct.
Exactly.
That's what I try to do. I mean, obviously we do. Some of us watch porn. I don't know if you do, guys. You don't.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, sure.
I absolutely do.
Whatever.
Only on Wednesdays.
I mean,
It's not
supposedly
hurting
that's a sin, you know. I mean, cursing. I mean, that's a sin.
Oh, I cursed.
I
like
mean,
a mother, bro.
so I mean, it's one of those things, dude. I just try to do the correct thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing about it is, and why I'm not religious at all, is because I just live by the golden rule, which is do unto others what you want done unto you, and don't do unto others what you wouldn't want
That
done
comes
to
from
you.
the Bible, actually.
Yeah, but the Bible was written by. I'm not even going to go into details. You know what else is in the Bible? Slavery.
You know what else is in the Bible? That you can beat your wife with a stick that's no longer, or that's no fatter than your thumb.
Is that not allowed?
That's the rule of thumb.
Exodus 21, slavery. That's the first book that I can recite off like the top of my head.
You guys are way more versed about
Yeah.
that. I'm turning blanks.
I'll just say
It's
this,
a lot
man.
of people who read it that actually end up like, what the hell?
The thing is that I wanted to understand it and I wanted to get through it as like in depth as possible so that I can have a justification for not believing or for converting.
So you read all of it?
It didn't, but I didn't read it all in like a month. It took me like almost a year.
Dude, I couldn't even read a Harry Potter book. Dude, that stuff's so boring. Dude.
The Bible,
I can't even read.
the Bible is kind of like a Harry Potter book, except there's no. No, actually, just like how there's no
There's
tolerance.
dragons and shit and giants.
Dude.
They're supposedly giants. I think
don't understand
in the Bible.
half of those words, man.
No, supposedly there was giants in the Bible. I don't know if that was true.
There
or not.
was.
There was. You
He
see,
fought a guy named David.
there you go.
Oh, but it was just a big guy. It wasn't a giant.
No. There was supposedly a race of
He's fucking huge. That's why he's
giants,
called Goliath.
bro. Like Boban Marjanovic is small.
And it could be a chihuahua.
Yeah, that would be satire.
I don't think we get named after our physique. I mean, he was born a baby after all. How did they know he was going to be so fucking big?
Asking the real questions, bro.
Bro, that guy was like,
Because he made friends with the Blue Ox. That's why, bro.
when the weed hits, you know, you start asking the real questions, man. The real questions.
We don't condone drug abuse or drug use.
At all.
So, today, Sexy, are you religious or not? Today. Do you think there's a God? Don't be ashamed,
So
man.
let me get this straight.
Sure.
Coward atheist means that you're conveniently
Religious.
religious when the circumstances benefits you, right?
Sounds
Like when you're looking for that like strand of hope and you're looking for something to grab
Dude,
onto.
that's just seasonal Catholics, dude. That's everyone. That's like everyone that's only goes during certain times. You know,
Yeah, that is-
I know if you're from a Hispanic family, you know, you go to church.
They go to get that cross made of ash on their forehead.
No, not that part. The part where your mom beats your ass in the morning to wake you up and to go, you know, hey, we got to go to church. Get your ass up. Hits the shit out of you, and then they're over here, you know, oh, give everyone la paz, you know, or whatever. Like everyone's hugging and kissing like you just didn't beat my ass like
And
5 minutes ago.
And then you get out of church, you go to a restaurant, and your mom absolutely berates and demoralizes a waiter.
Yeah.
Sounds correct. Sounds like a Sunday afternoon.
A seasonal Catholic.
That's that's what I understood it as. But I mean, it's
Word to your mother.
Yeah, some of the worst people you meet are in church too. Like,
Some of the most illogical and irrational people you'll meet are in church. Just throwing that out there.
I think anybody who just like doesn't have anything to back anything up with, they just throw, you know, whatever, faith. Believe in my faith because whatever. But I mean, everyone has a right to believe whatever they want.
100%.
But I mean, just don't throw it on anybody.
As I
You know,
said
like-
before, like,
Don't change biology or anything like that. Don't make me pretend you're a woman when you're not.
shout out to all you young Earth creationists out there that really think the Earth is 4,000 years old.
Or flat.
Or flat. You flat-foot fucks. That's what a flat-foot fuck would say.
I actually am fat-footed, though. Got your back.
Fat-footed?
Like I told the audience before in a previous episode, you should have your belief system be anything based on logic, anything that's rational, and anything that can be scientifically verifiable or falsifiable.
But science is always changing, though. Science
That's
is
the
always getting
beauty of it.
disproven.
That's the beauty of it.
So what's to say that you? But
That
what
is
did
the
Einstein
absolute
say?
beauty
That
of
the
it.
more he believed, the more he studied, the more he learned that he believed in a higher power. I'm not saying it's anything else, but like
Do you remember when science thought the sun revolved around the earth, and then it
So-
changed?
yeah.
That's the beauty. The
Yeah.
Bible never changes. Slavery is still in that
Well,
book.
yeah. Obviously, the Bible never changes. People's interpretations of it change because it's
That's
just
convenient.
so.
That's super convenient too.
No, I mean, obviously, it's there's nobody alive that can. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's someone alive
Or
but-
dead.
Yeah. Oh, that can speak to hey, let's interpret it this way or whatever. I mean, everyone can say it, but
I have
who's right? No one knows who's right.
I have a question. It might be stupid, but
We haven't answered. It
what
might be
is
stupider.
the New Testament? Does that mean that it was rewritten, or
The New Testament is just a newer series of books that came when Jesus Christ was around. Because
It-
the Old Testament is the creation of earth, and the previous prophecies of like the Egyptian times, Moses, Abraham, Cain, Abel, all those figures that God spoke to directly before Jesus Christ was alive are in the Old Testament.
so it has not been rewritten at all?
The Bible's been rewritten like fuck tons of times.
Okay.
It's
The
the new
orig-
hotness, is what it is.
the
That's what
orig-
it's known
changing.
as.
So the
Oh.
Bible, right? The main ideas of the stories are supposedly not
They
changed.
remain the same.
Yes.
I thought they edited certain parts to adjust to like certain social.
What will happen is that they'll read a scripture, they'll read paragraphs, and they'll interpret them in 5 different ways, and we'll use the 5th one that is the most moral one to go along with it. So we'll pick and choose what we want to hear and don't want to hear from it. Audience, please don't hesitate to berate me and bash me if I'm shitting on your book.
And so beating women with a stick no longer okay.
That's still in the Bible, but they're gonna say that that's a metaphor for scolding her or some shit.
You see, that's good. That's good. What about slavery? How do you justify
I
that
can
one?
actually, if you want
What's
me
the
to,
modern day version of slavery?
TV.
there's still like people kept as slaves in other parts of the world, not in the United States. So the modern version of slavery still exists, where they capture these people as children or buy them as children.
Oh, you're talking about like Africans, like militia type, where
Yeah, like-
children are given AK-47s.
Coney 2012.
It's so funny that it only lasted 2012, and then people were like, "I don't give a fuck about that no more."
That's pretty much how it goes, man.
Yeah.
This room reeks of fucking booze.
So slavery quote verses pulled up.
Pull that shit up, SquirrelMan.
Hey, so it says,
Who let this bitch sit in my chair?
so here's some rules and laws about slaves. It says, Exodus 21, these are the rules that you shall set before them. When you buy a Hebrew slave, he shall serve 6 years, and in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing. If he comes in single, he shall go out single. If he comes in married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master gives him a wife and she bears his sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall bear her masters, and he shall go out alone. But if the slave plainly says, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free, then his master shall bring him to God, and he shall bring him to the door or the doorpost. You know what that means, right? It means he's going to sacrifice him.
Preach it, brother.
Bro, I literally stepped out for like 20 minutes, dude, and I come back and you're fucking preacher man. You're not SquirrelMan, you're preacher man.
That's because I asked Sexy if he was religious, and then we got into a bit of a
He's fucking religiously sexy.
fuck. And so yeah, man, I mean, this fucking book talks about all sorts of barbaric and outlandish shit that for some fucking convenient reason you religious fucks out there choose to just fucking disregard.
I mean, dude, the world wasn't like it was now. So think
Okay,
about that. A
well,
lot more things were acceptable. Maybe not
So,
acceptable, but like,
let me ask you this then.
Okay,
If I
tell
were
me.
to throw you back in time to biblical times,
fuck that, dude.
do you really
I'd be
think
a
that
slave? I'm dark
yeah.
as shit.
So do you think that you'd be okay being a slave then?
Hell no, dude.
So do you think those guys would be okay being a slave?
Dude, nobody's okay with being a slave.
Okay, so what makes it right?
I'm not saying
What
that
makes
it's
it
right.
morally correct?
I'm not saying
you
it's
said
right.
you just said
No, I
that
said things
back in-
that were accepted by. I'm sure the people, the oppressed, weren't the ones that were accepting it. But
So just because
but,
more people,
But what I'm talking about, like the social construct.
The social
everyone-
aspect of it.
Yeah,
It was
everyone else accepted
acceptable. I mean, even the presidents had fucking slaves, so I'm sure it was acceptable.
so let me just bring this out here, right? Because you guys have a valid point.
Like, was it moral or immoral? I mean, slaves weren't really viewed as people anyway. They were just viewed as
property.
Property. And so we can all agree that this is immoral as fuck, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Well, by our standards now.
By our standards now.
By our standards then, because if we were put over there, we wouldn't want to be a slave either.
No, well, you wouldn't want to be, but I mean,
it would be
who would want to be without their slave though?
Let me just remind you. None of us would be okay over there if we were, thrown over there. Because not
We'd
just
be witches.
not if we were slaves or not. We would know, hey, it would suck to be him. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make it any difference from then to now. Because
But the social norms is what.
But aren't we all slaves?
going in a
Like,
loop,
well,
you
not
guys.
all slaves, but I'd say like I mean, if you're stuck in a menial, I'm talking about hard labor.
That's what they were doing.
Okay, yes, and yes, you're getting paid for. No, I'm talking about right now. Like you're
That's a
getting paid,
servant, by the way.
Okay.
That's not a slave. Because
okay, no, I'm talking about people right now like that are like that they can't get out just because of how everything's built around them. Like prices are up the ass everywhere, and I'm sure it's in a lot of countries.
so they're economically stuck.
Yeah, and they can't advance no matter how much they bust their ass and everything else. And I mean, nobody's changing it. I mean, everyone's trading their time. Not everyone, obviously, but a lot of people are trading their time for dollars in order to make a living, just to eat and stuff. But I don't know. I mean,
I think we're getting into a debate about capitalism versus like socialism versus like communism. Because now we're throwing in that the government's not helping these people enough.
no, I'm not saying the government. I'm just saying that.
Then they're not helping themselves enough.
I'm saying that the constructs around them.
So
Because I'm sure
they're oppressed by the system.
Or the system is that they need to put in time to make money, and therefore their lives.
I mean, I know that some people just didn't have. I mean, I'm sounding real left side right now, but
That's fine.
But I mean, I do understand that some people like. Yes, you don't have any of the damn opportunities to go to any good schools or whatever to be able to get out and do anything. And I mean, a lot of it's in bad decisions, and a lot of it's culture, a lot of it's everything. Because I think, hey, everyone's getting knocked up around here. I remember back in one high school in our area has a dedicated daycare.
That's right.
That's right. So I mean, it's socially acceptable in that side of town to hey, have kids. Anyways, we're gonna have help for you. So
I wouldn't call it being socially acceptable, but I would call it being socially engineered to benefit them. Because ain't nobody not shaming them. They are getting the stink eye everywhere they go, and they're getting judged.
I just shit out of people.
Yeah, I mean,
Who's getting judged?
people, fucking teen moms in high school. Hey, no hate to y'all, but like y'all know that y'all are getting shat on. Like people will talk shit behind your back, and we're not them. We're just stating the obvious.
Yeah, we're not as low as to talk behind your back. We're saying it publicly on the air.
It all depends how you carry yourself after the fact. It's not necessarily a bad thing if you don't make it.
Yeah, carry that A.
And you know what else?
Charlatan.
Don't forget that. Don't forget to thank your mothers or fathers for taking care of your kids while y'all still go out and party.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. How are you gonna go party when you have a whole kid home?
Crying.
I got a family that does that, and
Yeah,
they don't even raise their own damn kids.
Drinking with
Because they're kids themselves too.
I know some people that may or may not be doing that, and just remember to thank your parents, aka the kids' grandparents.
or your
parents.
your grandparents.
They're real parents.
Just thank whoever the hell's taking care of your kids while you're fucking partying, okay?
Sexy, what's your take on all this?
I just put it like a whole perspective. I also believe the middle class is also the new modern day of slavery, dude. Because we're
Get off it. Get off it.
How are we slaves in the middle class?
man, everything, bro. We're just working to get fucked.
I don't know about that. Man.
I don't check in to get fucked. I think you're doing that.
I'm not getting fucked, and I'm pretty middle class.
I mean, we all are kind of, I guess, in retrospect around.
We are,
barely
man.
in the middle class.
God damn, this dude's drinking a lot.
But I mean, I'm just saying, their taxes. I mean, we don't have the benefits. We don't have the insurance.
Fuck taxes, dude.
Man, fucking Freddie and a bunch of people come at me with that. Are we actually free in America? We pay taxes. You're free to leave if you don't want to pay the taxes, but the taxes are what the country uses to give us the resources that.
Or to spend it on a bunch of bullshit.
Hey, but remember that.
That's true. That's true.
Remember, you get what you vote for, fuckheads.
What's the debt again? We're like $1 trillion fucking in debt.
More than that.
Yeah, probably more than that.
Trillions.
We're coming back soon, man. We're gonna go.
Send Ukraine some more fucking money.
We're gonna go to war soon.
Yeah.
We're gonna unfuck the debt.
I don't know if we should. We should.
That debt's gonna come off real quick, dude. Fucking China better fucking pay up.
It's just the fact that we're gonna have to build everything on ashes after the fact.
Hey, but I'm just saying, man. And I'm not saying anything bad, but I mean, I feel like the country's gotten,
Hey, I'm sorry if I was shitting on religious people. I'm.
Yeah, now we're just gonna shit on countries.
I'm religious myself, so I'm not offended. Just so you know, if you're offended.
So he speaks on behalf of all religious people. So don't be offended.
I'm not. I wasn't taking shots at religious people. I was taking shots at a barbaric, outdated book.
Damn.
That's their whole life.
Yeah, it's a fucking pathetic excuse for a fucking moral standpoint.
Damn, bro. They got dark.
I could have
real
written the
quick.
Bible better.
Damn, bro.
Y'all just
Damn.
We're just gonna let that simmer for y'all. But anyways,
I just think we're getting out of control. I think we need to get checked back into place. I mean, look at Japan. Japan was such a small country, and they were invading everybody, getting out of control. And
those
guess
guys were
what?
ballsy at the time.
Yeah, they were ballsy as fuck. They were doing more fucking heinous crimes than some of the Germans were doing, dude.
Didn't it take them a minute to get firearms? Because weren't they like isolated, like self-isolated? They wouldn't allow people into the country.
No fucking idea.
They were like the most racist fucking country in the fucking.
Hey.
I just know they didn't like Fat Man and Little Boy that much.
They didn't like Fat Man.
It turned him into anime weeboo.
So that's what I was saying. I was like, hey, like they were the wildest, and now they're.
I want to say something.
Now they're all soft as shit. So I don't know.
All the anime weeaboo people were bad because they made up Dragon Ball Z, and I love fucking Dragon Ball Z. I have the 7 fucking Dragon Balls right next to me right now.
We love Japan.
We spent time in Japan.
I was in Japan for 2 years actually. SquirrelMan as well. And
I was there 3 years.
Sandy was 3 years.
Sandy was 3. Ray was 2, and I was 1.
Beautiful country.
Amazing fucking.
Very clean. Very clean.
Very safe. I fucking forgot my wallet at the beach and left it there for 2 days.
The people there are very shy.
Super quiet.
It's not that they're shy. It's just that they're racist and they don't want to talk to you.
Oh,
that too.
Oh, let it be known that they do have blackface characters standing outside shops and in the malls. So, in the shopping centers. I don't know if you guys saw them, but
they were proud of what they were doing outside those stores. But Joe, what do you got to say about that?
I saw Obama. I saw Obama's. I saw him in person. I didn't shake his hand though.
What is your opinion on Japanese people and their culture?
I just believe that how they were raised, I mean, whatever, just don't.
They're super respectful for the most part. They're very nice.
Oh yeah.
I just try. I mean, it doesn't affect me in a personal place. Like, hey, we're going to war against them or whatever. But I mean, if they're just living their lives. I mean, let them be. So I have no preferences of what they are or who they are, what cultures they are. So I mean, it doesn't.
Especially since you don't meet them. But I mean, yeah, we're not going to war with them now anymore. So that's why, because they're not a problem anymore. I don't think they ever want to go to war again.
Lesson.
What?
They learned their goddamn lesson after what they did.
I mean, I'm saying, dude, every empire, it's like the same cycle. Men become feminized,
Well, I mean,
look at America now.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, but arguably, our diet isn't helping.
Yeah.
And neither is the school system's not having more fucking PE classes.
Everything's just becoming cheaper. Everyone's just looking at cost effectiveness. And
we're becoming Wall-E people, dude.
throwing quality out the window. Yeah.
We are literally Wall-E.
No, not the robot. The Wall-E people.
Yeah,
the
Wall-E's kind of cool, man.
I feel like the fucking robot.
Okay.
Because you hard. Because you hard. If you hard, you hard.
Real eyes, real lies. Or some shit.
I mean, I am a culture of the fat people. I mean, you're kind of condescending right there. I mean, come on.
You're not the whole culture. Calm down. The only culture you have is under your armpits.
I'm not.
Damn. Damn. Wow.
So let's wrap this up with one more thing. I just thought I'm really into this underground rapper right now, dude.
Kevin Hart?
No, Tupac. Yeah. Get it? Because he's underground.
Is it 6ix9ine?
Damn. It went dark. Right
Is that all?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure everything's pretty.
He's not as underground as one of my personal favorites, XXXTentacion. Or
Did he die?
Let me guess, 6 feet under.
Yeah, dude. Both him and Tupac.
Tupac.
They're neighbors.
They're neighbors, really? Yeah.
Yeah, they're
That's
neighbors.
pretty underground to me.
I thought Takeshi was pretty. He should have died.
Yeah.
That Skittles motherfucker.
That rat.
He called it, bro. I mean,
Fucking
supposedly
hamster.
Drake did it.
He pitched out real quick, too.
Supposedly Drake did it.
So
There's a song about it, supposedly.
this is gonna conclude our episode with El Sexy. We were just, vibing, having some drinks.
Too many, I think.
And
Hey, Sexy, do you have any advice for our audience listening to us? Something that they can take on the rest of the day with or their night?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind coming in and basically talking about or bleeding your ears from me talking about perfume. I wish I could go. I could do it like in a second episode. What's this? An entourage? What's it like whenever you start another song?
A sequel?
With that,
we would love to have you for a follow up.
Yeah, I would love to go in depth of that. I wouldn't mind going to notes and the quality of naturals and whatever. It means all that is deep. I can go.
Hey, you know what? That sounds like a plan. I think we're gonna have you here again.
Of course. Just right now, just basically we're just trying to get it.
We're just shooting the shit. We're getting a baseline.
Do you have any advice for the life advice for the audience? Something they can take home with?
Mental health is something that all of us needs to at least be at peace. We wouldn't be a human being to be able to have this conversation with us. Like we all have our mental demons, of course, but we're in a steady. We all have some darkness, But I mean, at least we're able to converse with you guys and the audience, whoever's listening. Just try to have a balanced life, even though it's tough. It's tough, but I mean, as long as you're able to manage it, to have someone you can talk to about it, whatever. Just do you. Come on, you're not the only one here dealing with some shit. So just be positive. True. Just deal with it.
With that in mind, I want to thank our sponsor, BetterHelp. BetterHelp has online therapy that will prioritize your mental health, and it'll. I'm fucking around.
They're not. Okay. No, and those are some nice words of wisdom, man. I just think as you get older, here's a little bit of advice. As you get older, you start piling on the years. Never pass up on a bathroom.
And stop believing in a fucking sky daddy. Ain't nobody gonna save you.
That's true.
What about you, Ray?
I mean, make sure if you're gonna shoot yourself, just make sure you aim at the right spot, because you don't want to have to pull the trigger twice, man. That shit's painful.
And wipe your ass.
Police.
We're out.